Hey guys, I'm Rogan, and this is my rant. We believe in the diversity of thought here on this channel. Before I get into the topic today, I just wanted to make a couple, announcements, I guess you could say. I've been a little busy, that's why I haven't recorded or uploaded in a couple weeks, but I'm not going to promise that I'm going to do something every day, but I have a lot of ideas, so stay tuned. And eventually, when I can save up enough money, I am going to invest in a better computer. I'm going to learn some editing software and stuff like that so I can make some better quality content for you guys. But I mean, I really do like these scripted rants, but if I ever want to grow on this platform, I might have to shift away from this type of form of content. I like some of the shorter form stuff. I like some of the longer form stuff. So just be prepared for that. It's not going to happen tomorrow or next week. It might take until the end of the year for me to kind of like build up a little bit of a fund. But yeah, what I want to talk about today is being prepared, and I'm going to title this video, It's Better, I mean, You're Not Paranoid, You're Prepared, or It's Better to Be Prepared Than Be Paranoid About How Something like really bad is going to happen. So if you like topics like this, if you like informative videos like this, hit that like button, and if you don't like the content, you know what to do. That subscribe button, that is also free, just like the like button is free, and that notification bell, the ding-a-ling bell. It might work, it might not. If you want to get notified with these new videos that I post. So I'm talking. Sometimes you find these doomsday preppers or these big time people who prepare, and they say like, oh well, you need to own security, you need to do this, you need to do that. They some of them talk a big game, but sometimes then there's other people out there that walk the walk. And I'm not saying that I walk the walk, as you can say, but it's very important, and I feel like I want to help you guys. I want to help someone, because we're coming into some pretty uncertain times right now. I mean, we're in a recession. Even if they want to spin the narrative however they want to spin it, we are in a recession. The Fed doesn't seem like they're going to want to pivot anytime soon. They may pivot next year, but that would be a disaster. I really don't think they should do that. We're expecting higher interest rates. September this month, we're going to be getting another rate hike, potentially 75 basis points. I believe it should be one full percentage point, 1%. So there's a lot of things that are out of our control, like the way how the government is run by a bunch of corrupt people that all they care about is themselves, and if their salaries are higher, they don't care about representing their constituents. They really don't. And the Federal Reserve, they don't care. They have friends in high places. They don't care if they have an effect on making the market correct or crash and stuff like that. So you still have time to prepare, in my opinion. But I found different people in this community in the summer of 2019. So I've been preparing for a little while now. But there's still some things I'm weak in areas and stuff like that. And like this weekend is a great time to go out and prepare. And now, what are you talking about, Rogan? Like, prepare for what? Well, you don't know what we don't really exactly know what we're preparing for. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. No one's a fortune teller. Neither am I. And I'm not a prophet. I'm just a guy with a camera speaking aloud. And I want to help someone. And I want to help you guys. So you know there's always the possibility, like our grid infrastructure in this country is incredibly outdated, and it's very fragile, and it takes 6 months to get a new transformer shipped here. That's just a little fact that I heard. And if the power goes out, how much food and water do you have put away? How long can you really go without maybe going to a grocery store? Is it 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 14 days, 21 days? Everyone's situation is different. I'm not telling you how many days to prepare, but you should really think about that. I have a good amount of water, a good amount of food, and stuff like that. But if the power goes down and it's down for days, it could turn into weeks, it could turn into months. We don't know exactly know. Like a while back, I made a video about talking about a couple of hurricanes that hit my area where I live, and we were without power for a whole week each time, and we lost a lot of food. We couldn't take hot showers. We needed to charge all our devices because a lot of a lot of people make the mistake of these days is they have their entire net worth or their entire financial part of them or themselves or whatever. It's all on the phone. It's all digital. Well, what happens if you lose internet? Internet goes down for weeks. or the power goes down for more than a week, you need to have access to your own money. And like I said again in a different previous video, you know, if the credit cards machines don't work at the grocery store and people are so over reliant on their credit cards and no one, a good amount of people don't really carry cash anymore, well, you're going to be at a disadvantage. You need to have a cash reserve to just in case these things happen. You know, I'm not like eh, all these shortages that we're seeing right now. They might get worse. You don't know. Like you have to prepare for the unknown. And of course, gold and silver has a part in this because some people are calling for a currency collapse, like the dollar's gonna become worthless. Like I don't really know about that. I don't have a lot of experience in that. I mean, who knows? Anything could happen, but I think for now, the dollar still has some purchasing power, but we are losing a lot due to inflation lately. And again, the real inflation number is almost double what they're actually telling us it is, because they don't factor things into the CPI like they used to. They don't factor in certain things like energy, food, housing prices, car prices, you name it. Like that's just to name a few. Just to name a few. So gold and silver. I know I talk about gold and silver a good amount on this channel because I really like it. It's really good. It protects your purchasing power. It's a good insurance policy, but some people see it as an investment. Me personally, when things happen, when they hit a certain price, I'm going to sell a certain amount and then take that cash and reinvest it into the market when there's a really big dip. I mean, again, I'm doing the classic thing they tell you not to do, like don't time the market. You can't time the market. The time in the market, the longer you leave your stuff there, the better you'll do. I mean, yes, that is true, but we're really going like sailing on uncharted waters or whatever you want to call it. It's only a matter of time before something actually happens. It could. People talk about a black swan event. People talk about this war ending, war in Asia, war in Europe, and all this stuff. I mean, and then the bird flu. I mean, this is a classic rocket rant right here. I mean, the bird flu. Almost 40 million birds had to have been they had to euthanize them because of the bird flu in 39 different states. So get ready for higher prices for this Thanksgiving, all the turkeys and other poultry items. So that's another thing that we get to look forward to is more higher prices. And you see it every day. Well, not every day, but like if you fuel up the car, yes, the price of gas has gone down, but that's because we have depleted our strategic reserve. I mean, we need something like that in case we enter a conflict. So that needs to be replenished at some point. And then the prices of food is just going up and up and up, and like a lot of people, they can't keep up. You know, so you never know what's going to happen. The point of this video isn't to scare you. It's not meant to be like, oh well, the world's going to end in a few months, and you have to take all your money out of the bank, and you have to put it all in gold and silver. And like, no, 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 no. I'm not telling you that the world is ending. That's not what I'm saying. Is that you don't know if a bad scenario will happen if it's a 2 out of 10, or it could be all the way up to an 8 out of 10. You need to prepare for the unknown. That's why it's good to have like plenty of batteries. Like I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section about this. Like batteries, flashlights, good flashlights, like candles. Think about it. A jet boil for cooking food if you don't have power. Plenty of water and food for at least a few weeks, just in case like you lose everything in your fridge. It's and again, people, like I said, people are over relying on these credit cards. Like you got to have a cash reserve because at one point, there may come like an event where it's like, oh well, they're only accepting cash, and like I've been in restaurants, like fast food restaurants and stuff like that. It was like, oh well, our credit card machine is broken. We're only accepting cash right now. That's never a problem for me because I always carry enough cash on me anyway. But some people don't carry cash on them anymore, and I used to be like that. And again, some of these doomsday preppers, they'll tell you, well, the banking system yes, the banking system is on shaky ground, and it's not stable right now, and it's teetering. Some banks may be teetering on like defaulting and stuff like that, but it's good to have your money and not all in one bank, and you got to keep enough in there to pay your bills and stuff like that. But the thing is, what a lot of these people don't talk about, what I'm seeing is that there's like, oh, but you can't keep a lot of money in the bank. You can't keep a lot of money in the bank. Well, you may want to keep your gold and silver in secure places, like different locations outside of a bank. But in terms of a lot of cash, well, what if someone comes to your house, or what if someone steals your valuables? Well, what are you gonna do? They just took everything in your house, and you have nothing in the bank. Again, and then the bank, of course, the bank could do a bail-in, and the bank could seize your assets in hard economic times. That's very possible too. But you gotta kind of do both. That's just my opinion. You gotta kind of, it's a little dangerous to have stuff at home, and it's a little dangerous to have stuff in the bank. You can't keep it all in one place. All right, guys. I hope that video was helpful. I know it was a very big unscripted rant. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you didn't like the video, smash that dislike button. It gives me a chance to improve, make better content, make more content, and then just get better overall at what I'm doing. All right, guys. Have a great rest of the day. I'll see you next time.